Good morning, dear students. Today I shall start act first, scene first, line 96. As who should say, I am Sir Oracle. As who should say, as if he were to say, I am Sir Oracle. I speak with the authority of the Greek oracle. The oracle was believed to be the voice of the gods, uttered through the mouth of priests. And when I open my lips, and when I open my lips, open my mouth, let no dog bark, let not a sound be heard. Oh my Antonio, Graciano says, oh my Antonio, oh my Antonio, I do know of this. Oh my dear Antonio, I know of these fellows who have a reputation for being wise only because they do not say anything. I know of these fellows who are considered as wise only because they keep silent. I know of these fellows that therefore only a reputed wise for saying nothing. I know of these fellows, oh my dear Antonio, I know of some of these fellows who are considered as wise only because they keep silent. When I am very sure, if they should speak, would almost damn those ears, which hearing them would call their brothers fools. If they were to speak, their listeners would call them fools, and for saying this they would be damned, because the Bible says that whoever shall say to his brother, thou fool, shall be in danger of hellfire. If they should speak, would almost damn those ears, which hearing them would call their brothers fools. I shall tell thee more of this another time. I shall tell you a lot of things another time. But feast not with this melancholy bait. For this poor Gurjian, this opinion. Don't use this bait of melancholy, silence, in order to catch such a cheap fish like popularity. Oh my dear Antonio, don't use this bait of melancholy. Don't use this bait of melancholy silence in order to catch such a cheap fish like popularity. This opinion, this is my opinion. Come good Lorenzo, fare ye well awhile. Come, my dear Lorenzo, fare ye well for a while, fare you well for a short while, Antonio. I shall end my exhortation after dinner. Exhortation means good advice. I shall end my exhortation after dinner. I shall finish my good advice after dinner. Lorenzo said, well, very good, Graciano. We will leave you then till dinner time. We will leave you till dinner time. Till dinner time, we are leaving you. I must be one of these same dumb wise men, for Graciano never lets me speak. I shall be one of these same means similar dumb wise men, for Graciano never lets me speak. If I shall be in the company of Graciano, he will never allows me to speak. He will never allow me to speak. Graciano, well, keep me company, but 2 years more. Well, keep me company, but 2 years more. Lorenzo, if you will be in my company 2 more years, thou shalt not know the sound of thine own tongue. You will have forgotten the sound of your own voice. Antonio, farewell. I shall grow a talker of this year. Grow means become. For this year means because of this advice. I shall grow means I shall become a talker because of this advice. Graciano, thanks in faith. In faith means indeed. For silence is only commendable. Silence is only to be praised in a neat's tongue dried, in a dried ox tongue. Silence is only to be praised in a dried ox tongue. Exeunt Graciano and Lorenzo. Graciano and Lorenzo depart from there. Antonio, is that anything now? Does it make any sense? Bassanio, Graciano speaks an infinite deal of nothing. Graciano speaks a great deal of nonsense, more than any man in all Venice. Graciano speaks a great deal of nonsense, more than any man in the city of Venice. His reasons are as 2 grains of wheat hid in 2 bushels of chaff. His speech is like 2 grains of good sense hidden in 2 bushels of nonsense. You shall seek all day, or means before you find them. You shall seek throughout the day before you find them, and then you have them, you are not worth the search. And when you will be able to find, then you will realize that you wasted your time in that foolish search. Antonio, well, tell me now, what lady is the same? Bassanio, tell me the reality. You want to talk to me? You want to talk about the same lady about which you promised me to tell? To whom you swore a secret pilgrimage? To whom you promised to visit secretly? The lady is the same. To whom you promised to visit secretly? that you today promised to tell me of. And today you promised that you will tell everything about that lady whom you visited secretly. Bassanio, it is not unknown to you and to me. It is not unknown to you and to me. You know all about that lady. How much I have disabled my estate. How much I have disabled my estate. Disabled means squandered. I have squandered a lot of money to win the heart of that lady. How much I have disabled my estate. Estate means. Disabled means squandered. Spend money with both hands. How much I have disabled my estate. Perhaps you do not know how much money I have squandered to win the heart of that lady by something showing a more swelling port than my faint means would grant continuance. By something showing a more swelling port, by something showing a more swelling port means by living in a rather grand style to attract the attention of that lady. I started living in a grand style. I started living in a grand manner. I started spending a lot of money on my attire, my dress, and I changed my living style also. And for this, I got a lot of money from a lot of persons. You are one of them. By something showing a more swelling port than my faint means would grant continuance. Means by living in a rather grand style, my limited means does not permit me to keep it up. But I took the help of my friends and maintained that grand living style to attract the attention of that rich lady, Portia. Then my faint means would grant continuance. Then my modest means will permit me to keep up. Nor do I now make moon to be abridged. Nor do I now make moon. Make moon means complain. To be abridged means to be forced to give up. Now I am not in a condition to maintain that grand living style because I am not very rich. The money which I got from my friend, that money I have already spent, and that's why now I have decided to give up that high standard of living. For such a noble rate, nor do I now make moan to be abridged for such a noble rate. Once again, nor do I now make moan to be abridged for such a noble rate. Such a noble rate means lordly way of living. Now I have decided, now I am forced to give up that lordly way of living due to lack of money. But my chief care is to come fairly off from the great dates where in my time something too prodigal. But my chief care but my main concern is to come fairly off from the great deeds. But my main concern is to get honorably clear off the great debts where in my time something too prodigal, wherein means my main concern is to get honorably clear of that great depths where in my time something too prodigal, my youth which has been rather too extravagant. Means I was spending a lot of money to maintain that living standard, to maintain that grand style, but now my condition does not allow me to do so, because there is a complete lack of money, there is a dearth of money, and the money which I inherited or the money which I got from my friends, that money I already spent. Hath left me gazed, means the money which I have got from my friends, that money left me engaged, means in debt. I am already in debt. To you, Antonio, I owe the most in money and in love. To you, Antonio, I owe the most in money and in love. I believe you on Antonio, not only in the matter of money, but in the matter of love, I can deliver each and everything to you. And from your love, I have a warranty to unburden all my plots and purposes. And from your love, with the help of your love, I have a warranty. And from your love, I have a warranty. And from your affection, for me, gives me the right to unburden all my plots and purposes, to unfold to you all my schemes and intentions. How to get clear of all the debts I owe. Now I shall explain to you how I shall make free from the debts, the money which I have taken from my friends, how I shall pay them. I have made some plans and schemes. Those plans and schemes I shall explain before you in detail. How to get clear of all the debts I owe, how to get myself, how I shall make myself free from the debts I owe. Thank you.